Hello there. Let's have a lunch that is ready in less than 30 minutes. I'm going to show you how to make this broccoli, cheese, and rice dish on the stovetop. And I'm going to show you what I had for dessert. I also had that piece of chicken, but I'm not going to show you that. But I had the strawberries and yogurt for dessert. And of course, I had a little bit of sweet tea. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. All this in less than 30 minutes. If you're new here, this is the Path of Nicole. Welcome to my path. I am Nicole. I make lifestyle, wellness, and health content with a little bit of humor sprinkled in for good measure. Please consider sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Let's get started. So for this somewhat of a recipe, you are going to need some chicken. I had mine with chicken, some leftover rice, some cheese, salt, pepper, whatever seasonings you want to put on your protein, but you will need the salt and pepper for your casserole kind of dish. Some broccoli, some butter, milk, flour, and also not pictured here, I used some onion and garlic. So to start, I am putting a little steamer basket inside of a pot and filling the pot up with water just under the steamer basket and turning that on high. Then I cut up my broccoli. So I'm making about 2 or 3 servings. So I cut up this broccoli and this is going to make, of course, the broccoli, cheese, and rice stovetop casserole dish. So I cut it up into little bite-sized bits with the little florets at the top. I put the broccoli into the steamer basket like you see here. So you can put as much as you want and then cover it with a lid and let it steam. Next, I'm just showing you here my rice. My rice was already done. It was left over from another day a couple of days ago. Sorry that the video is really overexposed. I have already ordered another light so I can make better videos for you guys. But moving on, I just cut up this onion and this garlic, and I am going to soften it and saute it in the base of the cheese mixture. So to make the cheese mixture, you're going to start out with about 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter. So your cheese mixture should be about equal parts fat, which is the butter, and the flour that I'll show you in a little bit. So I put my onions into the butter mixture first, stirred that up in the butter, and over about medium-high heat, I just let it soften and cook. I'm just checking my broccoli to make sure that it's almost done. I accidentally overcooked my broccoli, so don't do that. But I was just checking it out. So returning to the base of the sauce, you let the onions get softened, and then you add in your 2 or 3 tablespoons of flour. However much butter you put the same amount of flour, or just a teeny bit less. And then you cook the flour and let it get all really well incorporated into the butter. Then you take some cold milk. It has to be cold because otherwise this will be hella lumpy and we don't want that. So you take your cold milk and you whisk that in. After you have whisked in some milk, you can also thin out the sauce with some water, but you can't just use all water. You have to have like the fat from the butter and the fat from the milk in order to make this a sauce. Next, you're going to season it with both salt and pepper, just a little bit though, because then you're going to put your cheese into this. I'm using this Mexican blend cheese, and as you can see, I had just a very little amount. This is just stuff from my refrigerator, y'all. I had the Havarti cheese. Again, just crazy stuff from the refrigerator. But Havarti cheese melts very easily. So I tore it up. I tore up 2 pieces and I mixed it into the cheese base. And at some point I also put the garlic in there too, so to let that soften and cook. And I'm using this turmeric powder because the cheese that I had on hand was very white, and so if you can have it that way, it's going to taste the same. But if you want it to look kind of yellow, you can add some turmeric powder. It does not affect the flavor at all. It is literally just a natural food coloring, and there are some health benefits, but you're putting it in cheese, so how much healthy can it be? I don't know. So after your cheese is all mixed up, your cheese sauce is all mixed up, taste it and then season it some more with your salt and pepper. Dump your flour in there. Make sure to taste it to make sure that it is all how you want it. And then you put your leftover rice or your freshly cooked rice or whatever you have into the mixture and stir it up and taste it. So for dessert, I am going to have some fruit. I'm going to have the strawberries, and I'm going to have this skyr, which is Icelandic style yogurt. I just had this in my fridge, and I'm trying to stop eating dairy, but I didn't want to throw this away, so that's why I'm eating this today. But I probably won't buy any more cow's milk yogurt in the future. I'm topping it with some walnuts and just some honey, just a little bit of honey, maybe just a teaspoon. My strawberries were actually pretty sweet, so I was very happy about that. So maybe that's a little bit more than a teaspoon. So I just did that, and then to plate it up, I put the chicken on the plate, obviously. And again, I did not film that because I just basically cooked the chicken seasoned with Tony Chachere's and a little bit of oil in the pan that's on the right side of your screen, and that was it. So all of this came together, even with all the chopping and steaming, it all came together in less than 30 minutes. So I have my broccoli, cheese, and rice stovetop dish, my chicken, and then my cut up strawberries with a little plop of yogurt, walnuts, and honey, and my tea. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you come back. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And while you are at it, guess what? I have a blog, y'all. Y'all can go over there, see my foolishness on my blog, and you can also check out one of these other videos on your screen right now. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.